guys, what can I get started for you today?
Bananas away, regular?
And I'll have the rip berry, but can I get vanilla oat milk? And I'll add spinach and ginger. And can I substitute the raspberries for strawberries? Also add the chia and hemp seed, and definitely have the power booster and the collagen booster. And can I get that blended twice?
Wow.
For Alicia, custom chaos?
One of a kind.
You're one of a kind.
Booster juice, freshly made, your way.
That's life. That's what all the people say.
Hey guys, what can I get started for you today?
Bananas away, regular?
And I'll have the rip berry, but can I get vanilla oat milk and I'll add spinach and ginger? And can I substitute the raspberries for strawberries? Also add the chia and hemp seed, and definitely have the power booster and the collagen booster. And can I get that blended twice?
Wow.
For Alicia, custom chaos?
One of a kind.
You're one of a kind.
Booster juice, freshly made your way.
Hello, Curling Stadium fans. I would say welcome, but we've already had a first end in the books here. Team Gracelyn Richards picking up a single. First Curling Stadium production event of the fall and winter season. Very exciting stuff. My name is Rory McCusker. I'm here with Terry Corbin. Hello, Terry.
Hello, good to be back here doing some curling, and this is a really good event. 20 teams playing in 4 pools, so we've got some top teams here.
For sure, lots of young teams, especially on the men's side, which makes it even more exciting. Get to learn some new names. Oftentimes, I'll watch a team at this tournament play like their first game I've ever produced, and then years later, they're a top team on the circuit. So this is definitely like an up-and-coming event. Saville Community Sports Center, year-round ice, I do believe. So these Edmonton teams, those lucky ducks, get to practice as much as they want.
Yeah, no kidding, eh?
Whereas you and I, Terry, will have to shake off the rust. Please bear with us. There will be many mistakes. I'm going to tell you that right now. I am switching and operating cameras here. Our scoreboard isn't quite working, so you'll have to just do the old school and check the back scoreboard.
Yeah, and Kayla Skrlik's team, they now have the hammer, so they're trying to generate a deuce here, and this is, I believe, Jerry Lynn Ramsey. I think it's the second lead stoner. 1, 2, 4. Yes, I remember.
Fourth of the end here.
Yeah, I remember Jerry Lynn from her days in PEI with. I'm just trying to think whether she threw last brick, or was she? Yeah, I can't remember if she played through the last brick or not. And I can't even think now of the gal, the older, more experienced curler that she was playing with. There were the 3 young kids, and well, they were kids in my eyes. They got out of PEI and drew a lot of excitement, lost in the finals of that year at the Scotties.
Well, she used some of her old skipping tricks or back end throwing skills there to make a really nice control weight hit and roll to the wing. She could only see about 3/4 of that rock, and that's about what she had to hit. And so now, with hammer, Team Skrlik's going to be looking at not a lot of danger. one tight center guard, but they have a corner guard of their own, facing one opponent's stone on the wing. A pretty good situation for a tie game or near tie game scenario with Hammer.
Exactly. I don't know much about her, the opponent she's playing, Gracelyn Richards' team. I do know that she last year she was in the U25 Next Gen program, and they had a spiel. They had it just this year as well, end of August, 1st of September there. So last year she had a second place finish in that U25 Next Gen program. So she's obviously capable of throwing it pretty good. The gal playing third for her, Emma Yarmchuk. Oh no, it's not Yarmchuk. It's Yarmuch. She played in the next or in the U25 Next Gen program. She was in the mixed doubles with her partner Ronan Peterson. So these are, two gals that certainly have been identified as having some top talent in their toolbox. So it'll be interesting to see how they perform here to this weekend, and again against in a pretty good field.
Yeah, you mentioned that U25, Terry. It's such an awesome concept for curling. Pretty unique curling where experience just matters so much, and so the junior age group, while athletically that division might make sense, in terms of experience, it's still not quite enough to compete with the top men's and women's teams. So having that sort of intermediary age group, the 25 and under instead of 21 and under, really valuable thing for curling, and I hope we see more of it.
Yeah, and I think, you're going to see more teams try and, continue competing. I think we, I was coaching probably, well, just before, I guess it was just before the last year we had curling before COVID, and a lot of those teams just like they fell off the face of the earth. That like the Team Moybrook really is the only one that, I mean, it's a little bit of a different team now, but like he's the only one that I really remember, continuing on past the U21. Speaking of the U25 Next Gen program, I mean, a team here from Ontario, the Team King, they won that spiel there this year, and they again really good team. Now they're quickly jumping topics. What a good shot that was! Nice double, and I mean she got a roll, and would have liked to have rolled about another 3 to 4 inches less, but nevertheless, really good execution there.
Yeah, 3 second stones. We've flipped the end around here. Team Skrlik no longer feeling comfortable.
That's right.
Not a ton of danger, but it seems like their offense kind of got interrupted. That corner guard setup they're hoping to make use of, that is no longer an option. So
that's right.
Might have to be a more conservative end for Team Skrlik, but something tells me they're not going to say die just yet. They're always looking for a way to set up a shot for Kayla. It's no fear kind of play from Team Skrlik I've noticed over the years I've covered them.
Yeah, and I mean, this would be, so easy to, try and play the double and in off or whatever you want to call it. But this to me is a sign of, confidence that, we're not afraid. by playing the double, they might have, I suppose, come close to keeping a blank in play, but she's not worried. I think at the end of the end, if she takes one, she'll just move on.
So there we go. We've got a working scoreboard, curling stadium here, making sure we're constantly tinkering away. By Sunday, we should have things operating quite nice. But our philosophy is just bring the curling, even if it's not perfect, and we'll get things figured out as we go. We know there's lots of friends and family and supporters of these teams watching from all over Canada and the world. Really, if you check the comments on our streams, we have fans all over the globe.
It needs to just curl up just a bit. It's going to. Excellent.
All right, 1, 2, 3 stones in the rings. Team Richards.
Yeah.
Still not a ton of steal danger right now. They can still access these stones in the rings. I find it interesting that Kayla hasn't run this top red in yet.
Yeah.
Still sees some opportunity to create a pocket and maybe use that guard to her own benefit.
Well, and if by playing this she kind of rubs off the red and she'll roll onto the rings in all likelihood to be second shot, which will force Team Richards to play at it. So even though they might play at it and sit 4, I mean, it should theoretically be open on the center line. This looks pretty good. Oh, I'll say.
Even gets a little flop in there, Terry.
Oh, excellent. Well swept too. They didn't panic, but as the rock got a lot closer, I was thinking he might want to panic and pound that a little harder.
Yeah, just a little feather tick on that top red is not a good result.
Yeah.
So playing it a little close there, but the risk reward, they got a very good result out of it. Some shots seem to count for double, and that might be one of them.
Well, and the good thing for Team Skrlik here is, even though they're going to run, Team Richards is going to run one of their rocks in. That yellow one looks like, it's going to catch all day long on something back there. And if she happens to somehow remove it, the shot rock, by running this rock in across, the whole end is going to be wide open. And the 2 rocks are going to be behind the tee line. So I think Skrlik's in great shape right now. I can see after this plays out that the best case scenario, Skrlik's going to have an opportunity to draw down to the back, something on the back red.
Boom, boom, and just like you said, sends the yellow rock out of the rings, keeps the center guard there, which normally without hammer is a good thing, but it is going to give Kayla a chance to hide behind something. However, you can't be thinking about too much. The purpose of that shot was to get rid of the yellow stone, and that they did.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
It's not always going to work out absolutely perfect.
No, that's true. And if you could walk it down, I think you might freeze it to that second shot there. That's just kind of biting the center line on the high, but be on the high side, and you'd be in pretty good shape. You'd almost force her to probably, play down to it, and then you got the whole 4-foot. First
of 2 for Skip Kayla Skrlik. Facing some pretty good defense from Team Richards. Kayla was heavy on her draw in the first end.
Yeah, this isn't
trying
heavy.
to grind down.
Yeah, that isn't heavy. This is, again, really, really good. Well played.
Good finish on that stone from Kayla. Yeah. It's interesting ice where with a little bit of weight, it seems to run a little straighter. The draws are still curling quite good. Tough to chase stones. Like this one. I don't see any option besides the run back.
Yeah.
Well, she just made one. How about another one?
Yeah, I don't think there's any option other than the run back. I mean, playing the intern here, I mean, she'd like to obviously hit the red one a little high, kick the yellow one out past the two reds. And I mean, it's going to leave Kayla Skrlik with basically the same shot that she just played, or the like maybe a quiet hit on the red one if it stays in the top four. She looked like she got some steam. All out to the broom for sure. So this will be a free draw for two.
Those ends are frustrating. Team Richards played quite well. They made all their defensive shots. They hit every stone they were asked to, and it's it feels a little frustrating when you're a team and you feel like, wow, man, we made 7.5 out of our shots and we still gave up 2. But that's what happens.
Yeah, no, I mean, they don't call it a skip's deuce for nothing.
Yeah. I think that's one of the reasons we've seen teams play so aggressively without hammer. It's because they know to get that excellent result, it requires it. Defensive curling is not enough to take away the opportunity for 2 or sometimes 3.
Yeah. They're kind of just being gentle with this by the looks of it. Only one sweeper. They got some backing as well.
Yeah, it's a little wider path than the first one. Definitely not biting quite as hard. Looks good enough, though.
Yeah, back of the button. Good deuce.
There it is. A comeback deuce for Team Skrlik.
Yeah.
And Team Richards with the hammer when we return.
Hey, Ben, what's the Aztec Safety online e-learning website again?
Yeah, that would be aztecsafety.com.
Fire extinguisher and firefighting, we'll send that one to Paul.
Now here's a course I should probably take. Conflict resolution. Power line safety. Yeah, I thought it might help me with my line calls. Did you know this Aztec website has over 100 safety courses? Jeez. Aztec Safety online course. Ground disturbance. Could have used that a few seconds ago.
Live curling rocks. And this November, the best in the world are coming to Tahoe. Get your seats now at gsoctickets.com. But hurry, early bird pricing ends soon.
All right, we're back. Third end. These teams started a little early, which I'm sure the ice makers appreciate. But we're still a little ahead of schedule, 5 minutes to the hour, starting the third end. Perhaps it's a good thing, though. Terry, is the early season games do tend to go a little longer. Teams kind of getting back in the rhythm, trying to remember all their muscle memory, their spots, and sometimes taking a little longer in the hack than the rest of the season.
Yeah.
But curling has yet to figure out how to automate the timing of these events. You need volunteers for that, and that's a pretty big demand. So until there's a reliable way to clock these games, which in my opinion would be a very good thing, not just for the audience, but for the teams and as well, keep things consistent and mimic the high caliber play, the championship season where games will be timed. I think that'd be awesome if we could figure that one out, but I don't think we're anywhere close, unfortunately.
Well, I mean, I think there'd be a lot of people on the men's side that would really like that. I mean, that seems to be, it used to be the only way you were going to beat Kevin Cooey at times, is to have him run out of the clock time. So we got Team Skrlik with basically a center line guard that can't be removed because it's touching the center line, followed by a corner guard thrown by Team Richards. And I didn't quite see the call for Skrlik's second lead stone, whether it was to come behind or whether it was just to be a higher guard.
Yeah, in those situations, I usually just assume that they made what they were calling. Couldn't see either. I guess it depends on the sweep. At that line, you got to think they're coming around and just light.
Yeah, I mean, that would have been my guess.
Another mistake here. So trading mistakes, and now we've got quite a bit of junk up front. Ignore that scoreboard. It is 1/2. Richards with hammer in the third end. Just still trying to get my auto updater working.
So this is Ashton Skrlik throwing second stones for Kayla.
Yeah, good chemistry between these two. The last 3 Alberta provincials I've worked, they don't seem there's siblings. There's siblings who fight, and there's siblings that don't. Some of these siblings do not fight. Sure. They ratchet up the intensity sometimes, but they're always on the same page, same team. I think they work quite well together.
Yeah, I mean, you know, at the end of the day, you know, you look at Team Skrlik. They moved up the rankings last year, and they had a 4th place finish at the Scotties. Last year, they also won 3 events. They've secured a spot in the Canadian Olympic trials. They've pre-qualified for the 2026 Scotties Tournament of Hearts, which is going to be held in my home province of Ontario in Mississauga. And they've also got an event coming up not too far from me in London, Ontario, in the Grand Slam Tier 1 event. So they're busy. They've been busy, and they've also been very successful.
Yeah, it's every year. It seems like the season just gets longer and longer.
Yeah, a lot of truth to that.
Here we are, third end. My name is Rory McCusker, producing for Curling Stadium. I'm joined by Terry Corbin. And the curling season is back underway. Not a ton of rust I'm seeing from the teams yet. They're, as both of these Edmonton area teams, as much of a break as they wanted to take, they could, but this Saville Sports Complex open year-round. No true off-season for these teams, making Saskatchewan curlers like myself very jealous.
We're lucky in the sense that we have the Oakville Curling Club here in Ontario that has ice very early in the season. They're currently running what we would call our summer league. It starts mid August, I think. Really great ice. So a lot of the local or area teams certainly get there in late August to get ramped up for their seasons.
All right, so we get a look at the overhead here. Lots of junk out front. Oh, no, we will not.
Yes, we will.
Nope, I got the wrong camera in there. Same overhead both sides. All right, let's get that
There
fixed.
you go.
Yet another thing on my early season to-do list.
I'm not sure I like the raise on that far yellow rock on the wing there. You could bump it anything but straight on would not be what I would consider a great result. Certainly, Team Richards, they control more of the front of the rings. But they're given the lineup there. It's not terrible, but red on red. But Kayla's opted to come around with the intern on the wide side, which I like. So.
All right. I believe I have fixed my overhead view. Let's test it out.
There you go. Love it. Love it.
Just keeping me sharp. All right. We might have our first successful come around.
There you go.
And there it is. Quite nice looking. Well, no, I shouldn't say that. Earlier in the end, Skrlik made a come around as well, but another successful run back by Team Richards. The U of A teams, always very well practiced in their guard removal and run back shots. Playing this one with the intern. Not wrong, but interesting. Trying to come across the face. Might give the guard they're running back a little more grab as it contacts the yellow.
I got it. Yeah.
There we go.
I was. Yeah. They probably should have been sweeping that all the way if they were trying to stay under.
That might be some of the early season rust, Terry. Is I know from skipping myself, the line calling that takes months to sharpen up. Those early season tournaments, you're just not quite in the zone enough to master the curl and the sweep.
You got
I
that
find
right.
anyway.
No, you got that right. I mean, I think that is the hardest thing to do. I mean, you're trying to be so precise, and then you watch, kind of as well. I mean, I'm using the barometer or the measuring stick as the briar. It's amazing how many shots that they call and execute where they are trying to roll a specific length and make it.
Yeah, it could be the number one difference between the pros and the amateurs is not just sweep calling, but understanding very thoroughly the motion of the rock, how someone throws it, what a certain sweeping technique's going to do, how effective it's going to be, and actually quantifying all that. There's guys like BJ Neufeld that you just wait for him to make a sweeping mistake and it never happens.
I know.
So a bit of a softer weight here. This should be interesting. Those 3 rocks are piled up in a very unuseful way, so they're going to see if they can kind of pop this balloon.
Needed a lot more weight. That they were trying to roll that one on the rings, but I kind of like what they've left themselves.
Anything was better than what it was. So just rearranging that. They got a rock in the rings. It is buried. They're shooters in a somewhat useful position. I guess wide open or rolled right into the rings, like you said, would have been maybe a bit better. But Kayla's still got the forefoot. We've seen a few draws, some intern draws down this path. They do finish nicely, and there's definitely enough room for her to get, I'd say, full 4.
They must be going for weight because it's well out there.
It's probably the widest we've seen. I don't think any of the previous draws really got that far wide, but sweepers are doing a great job taking this.
Yeah,
that's a really nice sweep.
Look at that finish. Wow.
Nice shot by Kayla. 2 teams playing quite well. I would say Gracelyn getting outdueled by Kayla so far. Some tough shots for Gracelyn Richards, especially in that second end, 2 run backs, and she made one of them. But sometimes that's the difference.
That's right.
Kayla definitely seems hot right now. You think they'll get any drag off the overlapped reds there, Terry?
You know what? I mean, I was just looking at that. I'm going to say not enough.
Yeah, I'd be interested to see it happen, just to see where it go.
Yeah, I played with a guy there. I played with him for quite a while, but young whippersnapper, as I used to say. He was so good at knowing the drag effect, and I don't know how many times he'd go, you just got to hit it here, it will drag that much, and I'm going, yeah, I can't see that. He goes, trust me, throw it. And you'd throw it and you go, oh my God, he's so right. Like, you need somebody that knows that really well.
Yeah, it's a skill for sure.
If you don't.
One person per team, ideally the skip.
This is close. Oh no. Jeez.
Very difficult trying to manage the angles of two separate run backs. They're about 5 feet apart. It was a tough shot.
Yeah. I wonder if Kayla knows the ice to play that out turn to get another one in behind there. Or do you play the in turn?
Early game like this, crossing the center line on those draws, especially with swingy ice, is a guess for sure. That's not really where you're throwing your practice stones. That's not really where the majority of the draws to the 4-foot have went. It's kind of like the first team or skip really to throw a shot that crosses that center line has the disadvantage of perhaps encountering some fresher pebble, not quite knowing how it's going to curl.
Yeah.
But I don't see any other option for them right now.
Well, I mean, that wide in turn that she's looking, I mean, can you get second shot? I mean,
so that's how much they would prefer to play the way they already know. Is you saw Kayla put her broom down for the wide in turn, but as she was skating by, she changed her mind. No. It's also a bit of how greedy do you want to be, you know? Just laying one down the middle and letting Gracelyn play a long run back. That might be satisfactory. I think you got to get one in the rings here, though. But up 2, she's going to elect to guard the middle. Nothing wrong with that.
I guess I'm a little surprised that they don't play the out turn. I mean, and you're going to end up throwing it short, are you not? Like that's where you're going to miss it.
This is becoming a bit of Kayla's game. She second guesses herself quite a bit. She's got free reign on this team. She's the unquestionable captain, and she'll hum-ha and sort of act out her different shots more and more as I've been covering this team. It's just luck of the draw and the amount of times that Team Skrlik plays Curling Stadium covered events. I've just ended up watching them a lot. More and more, you know. So this is her third instinct here. First she wanted to draw, then they thought they were guarding, and now she skated all the way back down to make an adjustment. We can't hear them, obviously. But, you know, she knows what she wants, and she's constantly trying to optimize, you know. Saw something from the hack she didn't like, and maybe this is part of that early season rust as well. Just getting back in the swing of things.
Is she not just playing the guard?
I think she is, but she didn't like the broom or something had to be discussed because she came back down to talk to Jerry Lynn.
Yeah.
And there we see Jerry Lynn putting the broom down right where she wants this guard. It's not going to eliminate the possibilities, though. Gracelyn will have a long run on that intern red. She might take a run at that overlapped the drag effect, perhaps, but they've had long enough to look at that. It must not be there, or they must not think it's there.
Yeah, you'd think that they've seen that. I think they're talking about it, actually.
Like, this long run is pretty tough.
Oh,
it's there, but you can't really get any less than nose, or else you're going to crash that top yellow guard.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely worth a try. Even if you chip it out, you're still scoring 1.
I think they're trying I think they think potentially that might drag.
They'll come close for sure.
Yeah, and I think when you look at what's also there, I mean, this probably it makes as much sense as they run back on the other red rock that's off on the intern side, or the left side of the sheet as we look at it. Well, she's playing this rather quiet. She's coming in around. She's playing the straight draw, I think.
Wow, very cool.
Yeah, she is.
Looks there.
It's got a curl.
Yeah, it had quite a bit of weight.
Yeah.
Maybe they were playing a bump. They thought it might have been there, and perhaps it was. Either way, though, it's a steal for Team Skrlik. Going up 2 points after 3 ends.
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling is a global sport, and it's time it gets the coverage it needs. Make your curling club the next Curling Stadium.
We are back. 4th end action. Team Richards, Team Skrlik. Big steal of a single point in the 3rd. Ignore that scoreboard. It'll update in a few rocks. Jalen Ramsey bringing it into the rings. Getting to that 2-point lead where you can start to play a little more conservative and aggressive are so overused in curling, but
yeah,
you're not trying to create as much. You don't feel the onus to make the harder shots and create the situations. Much more comfortable with a 2 or more lead and just putting rocks in the rings, making your opponent kind of have to make the tough ones.
Yeah. This is the second draw on the women's side. The first draw was this morning. We had Park from Korea defeat Corwin Brown from BC 5-3, and we also had Tabitha Peterson from Minnesota defeat. Now I might get the last name pronunciation wrong. Miura from Japan 7-6. So both Park and Peterson getting off to a good start. These the first games for these two teams. If we look around the rest of the ice, we've got Theveno up 5-3 against Team Deschiffart. We've got Kim and Park, both from Korea, at 1-1. We've got Reese Hansen with a big score of 5 in the first end, up 5-1 on Team Hansen. Here we've got Skrlik 3-1 over Richards. We've got, let me see here, we've got Team Plett from Edmonton, Alberta, 1-0 over Shalinsky, also from Alberta. And on sheet 6, we've got Gray Withers from Edmonton up 2-0 against Wang from China. Carrie Anderson is up 5-1 on Team Mura. And Team Hunkin from Alberta up 4-0 on Sturmay from Alberta.
Very good. Lots of action out there today.
Yes, for sure. This is a big weekend. Not only do we have the women and the men at the Saville Shootout here, but we have the men and the women playing the Stu Sells Tankard in Oakville. That's kind of a costly error there by Team Richards, trying to go around that corner guard, throwing it through the rings. That's now going to allow Kayla to run up there and get rid of this corner guard.
Yeah, okay with a blank. It's a little early in the end to start playing around a corner guard against a team with hammer. They can always bump you around, create pockets, and even if you make your shots well, it could still end up being the fuel for a deuce or more. So not willing to risk it, just getting rid of this corner guard. And that's, again, the confidence of playing up two. It is your opponent that will have to take the risks and make the tough shots.
This is the second stone for Ashton Skirlik. Or sorry. This is the last stone for Sophie Yororchuk.
Yeah, just other team. Same position.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I do know that I think Sophie here has kind of been the new addition to this team. I know that Rachel Jakes played second last year for them. She's now dropped down to lead, and I don't mean drop down as in demotion, but they've made a change in all likelihood to either accommodate a player or to utilize another player's strength at the position.
Coming into the rings is a mistake here. It's going to allow Skrlik to lie two, but she bombs this one just a little too hard.
Yeah.
Rolls out of the rings, and that would have been really nice to get a force going on the fourth end here.
Are you always playing the hit here, Rory?
At this point in the end, I mean, what else do you have besides an open face freeze? I guess you could try one more guard. And there has been a little bit of trouble. Like those peels were kind of thin. So you could try one more guard, but at this point, I think you're probably best off just accepting your trip to Blanksville, as Darren would say. Just get your ticket, get on the train, think about what you're going to do next end.
That's right. Nice weight, good weight control.
This is another indicator of the game not being timed, as the skips are taking their time, skating down, throwing these pretty basic hit and sticks.
Yeah.
Normally in timed competition, this is where you'd see teams try to bank a minute or two. Just hurry up and throw. And as a result, you do sometimes get mistakes out of that type of playing.
That's true.
Yeah. Head of officials or master competition, I forget his exact title, but Pierre Charette at the Grand Slam of Curling shared with me an idea once where each end has its own time. I think there has been some events where they've experimented with that. But if you have a complicated end, by the end of that particular end where you only have 4 minutes to play it, the skips are kind of rushed and much more mistakes happen.
Yeah. Excuse me.
Very entertaining kind of shot trading.
Pretty boring house now.
Yeah, and if only they had that corner guard, they'd have something to work with here. But since it's wide open, even though Kayla rolled out on her hit, doesn't change too much. Just a free practice of draw weight for Gracelyn Richards, which I guess is valuable in itself.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, I was looking for this one. There we go.
So only one rock in play. Kayla's going to throw the intern hit here. With her final stone.
Most of the hits here were out turns, I do believe. The peels. Oh, no, there was an in-turn early in the end. They do know the spot.
Oh, yeah.
Important to stick in the rings here. Make Gracelyn throw her last one. Like, it's at least 1 in every 10 times the skip will nose a blank attempt. So you want to make sure you're giving yourself that chance for that to happen. Very sneaky. We'll leave it out on the wing.
It's gonna be Bowles' hit.
Let's see if she noses it. Is that going to be enough? Yeah, got to get the high side of it.
Yeah. Nose hit gets you. Will get you one, and that's not what she's trying to accomplish here.
Last rock in the fourth. Bit of a failed offensive effort. But got to make sure they retain hammer here. Gracelyn Richards with the blank.
It's like you said. I mean, if Kayla rolls out, I mean, it's a freebie. But now you at least force her to execute, which she did.
Which she does. It'll be a 2-point deficit in the fifth end. Team Richards with hammer when we return.
For over 20 years, the Sandra Schmirler Foundation has granted more than $9 million to hospitals across Canada for life-saving equipment for premature and critically ill babies. In the past 4 years alone, $4 million has been granted thanks to the curling community's incredible generosity. The need continues year-round, and with your help, we can ensure every baby has the chance to grow up and become a champion, just like Sandra.
Welcome to the RockShop.net, the official store for the Grand Slam of curling. Whether you're looking for the best hats, stylish clothing, fun toys, or unique accessories, the Rock Shop has it all. Shop online anytime at the RockShop.net for exclusive Grand Slam of curling gear, or come see us in person at your next event. The RockShop.net, where fans find their favorite curling gear.
Live curling rocks. And this November, the best in the world are coming to Tahoe. Get your seats now at GSOCtickets.com. But hurry, early bird pricing ends soon.
Here we are, fifth end at the Saville Community Sports Center. It's a big open of the season tournament. We've got Team Richards, Team Skrlik. Oh, I kept saying two Edmonton-based teams, but I think I'm wrong. I think Skrlik's out of Calgary. Whoops. My mistake. Two Alberta-based teams. There we go. They'll see each other surely in the Alberta Women's Playdowns later in the year. I believe that was a come-around attempt that just ended up a little short. If they would have gotten that into the 12-foot, I think they still could have considered that a success, but just shy of the rings like that, overlapped with the top one. That's not ideal.
No.
All right, left quite a bit open. Should be some room to flop inwards here.
Yeah, the weight here.
A good spot.
Yeah, the weight's so critical here. You underthrow it a tad, it curls that little extra. You throw it that little extra heavy, and it just hangs. This one's got a lot of curling to do.
That's just a miss.
Yeah.
Push that one really far outside. There's been a couple times the door has opened for Team Richards, and each time they haven't quite been able to make that shot, the shot that will get them the advantage.
Yeah, that's really unfortunate there.
All right. Just get to the inside of this with T-line weight, I believe, is the call. Kayla's definitely a talker. She's not as much of a, like, broom pantomimer. So her team understands her, but it makes it tougher for me to know what she's doing. Always appreciate on these events when they're very aggressively pantomiming with their broom. It at least shows me what they're expecting. This is looking really good. If you can give this just a little half tap and slight flop in. Oh, just like that.
Real
Pretty
good.
darn good.
Real good.
All right, bumper weight. This is a tough place to be playing from if your Team Richard's trying to create multiple rock scores. You got 2 opponent stones in good position in the rings and overlap center guards. It's not ideal, but they got to work with what they got here.
Well, and you don't want to complicate things for yourself either.
I think we've crossed the complicated Rubicon.
Yeah.
All right. Rocking the rings. Decision time for Kayla. I think 2 up, you got to hit this.
Yeah.
She's definitely contemplating what kind of double she's going to leave, though. It is important where you leave this shooter.
That's right, yeah.
Ashton Skrlik. You want to roll this either in or out, I think the call is.
Yeah, out, I think, get it right out of the rings is a benefit.
It's not too bad. I guess hanging on along the wing is a slight bonus, but the objective there was to not leave a double, not leave an angle to get something buried. Team Richards.
They're playing straight come around, I believe. This looks a little light. Maybe
got the bite a little early.
Yeah.
It's tough, though. Like, the game within the game, it's the 5th end, and Team Richards has been chasing for the vast majority of the game. It's Team Skrlik that's had a lot more draw chances. So it's tough. You need a big draw middle of the 5th end, and it's really only you've only thrown a couple so far this game.
Well, if we go back to that, that second end where Kayla Skrlik got the skip's deuce after Team Richards really controlling the whole game, the whole end. It just seemed like such a turning point. It really put the pressure on Richards to score and then Kayla, ends up with stealing one and now being up 2, like has the luxury of playing somewhat defensively if she wants to. That's kind of a odd throw at this late in the game. That wasn't even close.
Yeah, okay, miss for miss.
Wow.
Door is open once again. There's definitely room behind that yellow rock. 4 foot is open if you can make a good one right here.
This is gonna really curl. Ooh, and it doesn't even hang on for shot rock. Yikes.
Yeah, it could have been nice. The line was really good. And the finish is definitely there. First one to make this shot's gonna probably come away with the good result this end. It's just one of those spots, one of those honey holes. First one to get there. Curling pretty hard. Are they going to get past their top one?
No.
Kind of surprised them. Sweepers weren't gunning that right out of her hand. I think it's a little late to clean up the front at this point. Unless you thought red, yellow was there. I don't know if it is.
Yeah.
Maybe. I think this draw is still your best call. Line looks really nice.
Yeah, it's starting to really go.
And there we go. Finally found it. It's a nice shot. Not perfect, but it's the best made we've seen yet for this scenario in this end.
Again, you're forcing Kayla to make a curling shot, so ideally she'd love to score too, but the way things have gone up to now, I mean, they really haven't had any opportunities to score 2 with the hammer. They had hammer in 1, 3, 4, and now 5, so this is looking a little bit more promising than the previous end, where they had nothing in play.
I think she can see just enough of it to tap it behind the tee line. Oh, she's tight. Gotta go.
She's got this.
That's a big sweep.
Wow.
Just a really stern, straight, lots of rotation kind of throw. Easy to control. She knew exactly what that rock needed to do, and she threw it the way it needed to be thrown. To get the result, looks like 2 yellow. Counting now.
Yeah.
Line looks nice here. Little tighter than the previous draw from Team Richards, which is what they wanted. Just by the top. This
Very
is gonna finish
good.
really nicely. Just sinks a little deep, but that's the nicest draw on that out-turn path yet. Be tough to follow.
You can see from that angle that is really buried. This is going to have to be top button weight. They're really going hard on it, the sweepers. Is it there? No, it's just going to come up a little bit short. But getting 2 might be a huge problem. Oh, no, I guess she's
got lots of room.
Yeah, I didn't think she had that much room, yeah.
There's really only one place she could be. And that was right on top of the red. So if she's deep, it's no good. Shallow, slightly better than deep, but yeah, really just one spot to hit. Couldn't quite get there, and this will be Team Richards' chance to tie the game. Pretty wide out there. They're going to have to finish this at the end.
It should finish, though, but has it got enough weight? Yes, it does. Awesome shot for 2. Awesome.
Yeah, it was tough to miss that one wide, so had to take a bit of a different way to get there, but 2 points on the board. Team Richards, it's tied up at 3. Skrlik with hammer as we head into the 6th.
Hey, Ben, what's the Aztec Safety online e-learning website again?
Yeah, that would be aztecsafety.com.
fire extinguisher and firefighting, we'll send that one to Paul.
Now here's a course I should probably take. Conflict resolution. Power line safety. Yeah, I thought it might help me with my line calls. Did you know this Aztec website has over 100 safety courses? Jeez. Aztec safety online course. Ground disturbance. Could have used that a few seconds ago.
Live curling rocks. And this November, the best in the world are coming to Tahoe. Get your seats now at gsoctickets.com. But hurry, early bird pricing ends soon.
So we're back at the Saville Shootout from Edmonton, Alberta, where we've got 20 teams playing in 4 pools, and this is part of the Curling Stadium Series. We're watching Team Skrlik versus Team Richards in a 3-3 score, playing the 6th end. Team Skrlik with the hammer. Team Richards lead. Rachel Jakes throws her first one in the rings. Jerry Lynn Ramsey's asked to remove it, trying to hang on there on the outside.
Ooh, unlucky.
Geez whiz, that's unfortunate.
Just never really came back.
No.
May have been a touch-up weight, but...
Now she's called, Richards has called for Rachel to throw this one in the rings. I'm not sure why she doesn't want to play it short.
Yeah. Well, this would have been pre-discussed. The 3 ends remaining type things, tie game situations. Teams know what they want to do. So it's not chance, definitely. She knows what she wants here.
Now this time, Kayla Skrlik asked for the corner guard as opposed to removing these opponent's rocks. That's just behind the tee line on the 4-foot.
And here comes the corner. Very interesting. Kind of had a blank type situation handed to them, but they're not going to take it.
I mean, I like the idea of the corner guard myself. But...
Yeah, I mean, it's like if you go for a blank in the 6th, I guess what are you telling yourself? That you're not going to score again until the 8th?
Yeah, I know, eh?
Yeah, may as well try to get it done here. Nice sweep on this one, holding it out. That's a good call from Skip Gracelyn Richards. when you're throwing a guard to protect a specific stone in the rings, it is quite difficult to manage, getting it to stop exactly where you want it to. And it's definitely easier to keep it curling and keep it moving. It's definitely it's easier to make it curl more than it is to keep it straight. So once you know it's inside, you have a very short opportunity to hit that thing with some hard sweeping and push it outwards. That's exactly what Team Richards did, and it worked out for them. They've got that rock more than half protected.
Yeah, now the front end and the well, I was going to say the front end and the thrower, but I guess the thrower is part of the front end. But there's a discussion down there at whether they like the shot that was called, and certainly Kayla's looks like she might have either changed her mind or been persuaded to change her mind. They're going to peel that front one because it's not touching the center line. And
she's feeling open to suggestion today.
Yeah.
Ooh,
she got
barely gets the feel.
I believe this is Emma Yarmuch.
Made the guard even better this time. A little more line, and then they were able to. The sweepers were able to do what they prefer, which is just give it some strokes to finish and curl a little bit more. It's the more easy to manipulate variable.
Well, that might have been Sophia Rayorchuk's Lost Rock. I think I got ahead of myself. It was always so easy when you had the rock counter there.
Yeah, it's incredible how much you miss it when it's not.
I know.
There. We will get it working at some point this weekend, but just trying to.
Yeah.
One layer at a time here.
That's right. I'm just gonna say, Jerry, if you're listening, I miss it. This is kind of this one kind of surprises me a little. This call. I mean, they're gonna make it, but by the looks of it, but
yeah, I kind of spent the whole end saying we'll make a run later or we'll make this
later.
But
yeah.
That being said, really nice shot.
But man, oh man, you could be hooked into one or giving up one very easily.
Yeah, this was the risk of throwing the corner guard because, I mean, since then, Team Richards has made everything they've called and Team Skrlik's kind of made everything they've called, but still you end up in this situation with the center guard and a sort of 4-foot battle.
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game.
There we go. Sorry about that, folks. Welcome back. That was a very smart button to install, the abort accidental commercial push button. Big shot here to follow down.
Yeah, now get off of it. Get off of it. Just.
Oh, really nice. Yellow still shot, but red with a nice controlling rock in the top of the 4.
So Kayla's asking Margaret to remove the red rock here and open this up a bit and challenge Gracelyn's team to put the guard back perfectly. And the arm match for Gracelyn Richards' team, throwing her vice rock. This is looking pretty good.
Yeah, over and over we've seen its team replace this guard quite perfectly. It's a great skill to have. Team Skrlik kind of just waiting for a mistake, waiting for a way into the forefoot, and Team Richards not giving it to them. I suspect another guard peel trade here. As long as you keep the guard high enough, like just a few feet above the rings, I don't think there'll be any kind of in-turn draw to the side of the forefoot for 2. So as long as you keep replacing this guard, I don't see how Skrlik gets 2.
I think the key on this one is, like you said, I think it's got to be a little tighter. If you want to take away, that in-turn draw to the forefoot on for 2. Because I do think that Kayla probably rips it if it's a good guard.
Well, you know what? Let's see that out-turn side still might be there to come wide around and get full 4 that way.
You know what? Yeah, you're right. It could be. I mean, this is another good guard.
Yeah, well managed by the sweepers. Good team shot.
Yeah. Have we got an overhead shot here, Rory?
Yeah.
Just so we can see. Can you tap the? I mean, if you're Team Richards, like, will you be able to tap the red one to get shot? I think you can, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
You could probably come either way.
Yeah. So if you're Kayla, do you not just throw? She is thinking about ripping the front. As I say, do you not just lob it on top of the, or not on top of the red one, but in and around?
Yeah, I don't know. The shot I was looking at was kind of backline weight, tapping half of the red and rolling to the open side of the forefoot. You might need full hack for that, actually. Just separate them. You might leave a double and be in a ton of trouble at that point, though. I don't know. It's tough situation. Once they made the decision to throw that corner guard and allow Team Richards to guard their rock in the forefoot, it really has not turned out for them. They were kind of waiting for a miss that never came.
Mm-hmm.
Straight rip, no run back, and they must think that they can draw for two some way, because they don't. Team Skrlik doesn't feel the onus, the obligation to rearrange anything.
Yeah, because I think she's trying to force Gracelyn into, making a play to get shot rock.
Just got to decide what they want here.
Yeah.
Are they very, very happy with the force? Or do they want to see if they can make a nice tap here and attempt a steal? It's tempting to tap that red on the nose about 2 feet back. Perhaps the best way to tap it is to get that back red sort of out of the way. Make sure that there's red, yellow, frozen sort of scenario. So if Kayla plays any kind of weight, that second yellow is going to go. It being the 6th end tie game, how valuable a steal is here, I think it's pretty darn tempting.
I agree. I mean, I think, tapping that red on the top of the forefoot there into the yellow is ideal, in moving that back red one that's providing a little bit of support for that Yellowstone would be a good option. Because I honestly don't think you can. In my opinion, I don't think the guard is going to be going to prevent Kayla from trying to get two. I think Kayla's always going to have a draw for two to the button, whether that be, like you said, like that wide out turn is probably still there.
Yeah, to get full 4, I don't know if you're getting the button from the wide out turn though. Maybe.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Just with the late finish.
Yeah, I think anyway.
Yeah. This looks like ice for a guard.
Yeah, it does.
Though I'm not sure what you're guarding. I don't know.
I don't know either. Yeah.
I guess Kayla could nose the red, right? And both reds go. She keeps both her yellows in the rings.
Yeah, I suppose. I guess that yellow would stay.
Going much harder on this one.
Yeah.
They get it to the right line.
Yeah, good. It's good. Good rock.
About the same spot as the last guard was. Very consistent here.
Yep. So she is playing this a wide out turn.
Gotten it pretty close to the guard. They have to sweep for line.
It's all over the guard.
Not quite enough, and some really consistent guard making and sweeping from Team Richards.
Yeah.
Buys them another shot, another life over and over and over again, and it's a force in the 6th. So the Team Richards with hammer, 1 down in the 7th.
That's life. That's what all the people say.
Hey guys, what can I get started for you today?
Bananas away, regular?
And I'll have the rip berry, but can I get vanilla oat milk and I'll add spinach and ginger? And can I substitute the raspberries for strawberries? Also add the chia and hemp seed, and definitely have the power booster and the collagen booster. And can I get that blended twice?
Wow.
For Alicia, Custom Chaos?
One of a kind.
You're one of a kind.
Twister juice, freshly made your way.
So here we go, 7th end. It's a 1-point game. Team Skrlik up 1 without hammer here in the 7th. And Terry and I were just discussing how you approach this 7th end scenario. Everybody wants to be tied with hammer in the last end, but how much are you willing to sacrifice in order to build a force in the 7th?
Well, Team Richards, obviously is, throwing their first rock short. So they must be hoping to try and force the issue a little bit, because in the 5th end, they went right into the rings. Or no, it wasn't the 5th end. I think it was the 4th end. I don't know which end it was anymore.
Oh, yep. Punches it right out of the rings.
And again, my apologies. I meant Team Skrlik throwing it short, trying to force the issue a bit. So all of a sudden, this seems to have gotten a little complicated, for, Team Richards. And when I say complicated, like just not decisive, but, are we going to play down to that? Are we going around the center line? It just seems like they're a little indecisive. I mean, it is early season and whatnot, and so you may not be into the groove yet for sure, or even had an opportunity to talk about these situations with the coach. Well, it looks like they've elected to go down to it, but this is short. I find that interesting that on the first opportunity, we had Team Skrlik, rolling out to the wings when Richards went in behind, and now Richards had an opportunity. Team Richards had an opportunity to go in behind again, but they chose to play the freeze out there.
Was that a freeze, or were they throwing a guard?
No, they were trying to. On the red one was a freeze.
Yeah.
The redstone, yeah.
See, I figured they were just taking advantage of their kind of 5 rock rule, but I also found it strange they're throwing it on the same side as the yellow, so that would make more sense. Yellow could act as a pocket behind that one, but this is already looking a little dangerous if they don't deal with something in the middle. Okay, we have the signal. And gets one, gets two, rolls it off the middle. It's not too bad. I'm sure they weren't trying to stick their shooter right down the center line there, but clear some yellows out of the middle of the ice.
I guess the only problem is I mean, now that corner guard that is a corner guard that probably wasn't supposed to be a corner guard, it's becoming less effective. Now, if Ashton can make a good shot here, getting around the center line guard, ideally.
Yeah, these ones are very specific.
Yeah.
You can't be anywhere except for top 4. Light is no good. It's something to draw around. That's where she's going to be. And heavy's no good. It's something to draw too. So those playing to the middle is always kind of risky like that. Or not the middle, I guess, playing around guards. Because if you have a little bit of a half maker or kind of a miss like that, it just makes it even more opportune for your opponent.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think it potentially definitely changes the strategy for Team Richards. It's almost like gifting them an opportunity to change the whole complexity of the end here. We'll see if Team Richards can capitalize on this opportunity. They've got a chance here to put Team Skrlik in a different mode of operation. I would have liked to get that just buried a little bit. She can still play kind of a quiet weight shot here and remove that stone.
Yeah, depth was so nice. Just needed that to curl a bit more.
Oh, yeah. It's on the guard, isn't it? Oh, yes.
And the worst kind, too, because it keeps the guard in play. Kind of a Only zone where that couldn't have made contact.
So out turn draw. I'm thinking they're trying to get right to the nose of their shot rock. Sweepers aren't doing much. They may have opted to go around their own rock.
I think so. I think this has also got a lot of curling to do.
Yeah, it does.
Okay, not the worst, but definitely doesn't improve their scenario. Man, if they could have got to the nose of their own, that would have been a really dangerous scenario for Skrlik to try and defend against.
Yeah, I mean, certainly it was an opportunity to at least put 3 on the table.
All right, Margot Fleming. Gotta get rid of something here. Trying to get the top ones. It's just gonna tick and roll out. Really nice carve sweep from Ashton Skrlik. I think that was the reason that rock bit at the end and found some room inside of the house. Nice sweep. So now the less valuable stone remains for Team Richards. Kind of the same scenario, but not as much to work with. I think you just gotta put a good one top 8 here and hope there's no hit and roll room. Definitely less ice. Gracelyn's understanding they've undercurled twice in a row, so making an adjustment to the broom. This rock's definitely on a tighter path.
Yeah.
Is it on too tight of a path? It's already going pretty hard.
Yeah, it's got to go. It's now you almost need a rub off and protect that. Ooh, that's just
not ideal. Just light out of her hand, I think.
Yeah.
Sweepers identified it right away. And this red rock is high enough that Kayla can pretty safely roll and not leave a pocket. Or does she? Yeah, see, that's what I would be thinking. I know it's a little dangerous. You leave your opponent something to draw to, but geez, I think he'd still be a good depth. You'd take away that draw, and
yeah.
I don't know how Richards would get shot rock without a really masterful tap around the guard.
Well, and I think you do have to roll a bit under, because rolling to the side on the high side is definitely going to leave Team Richards the same shot that they just tried to execute. This looks pretty good, yeah.
Absolutely. Left a touch open, but that's okay. Over-rolling was the only thing he really couldn't do.
Yeah.
That's a great spot. It's going to be a challenge. Going to need a really nice tap. Even then, you got to think Team Skrlik would be able to blast it out of there somehow.
Yep. And if you freeze, I mean, then Skrlik just kind of shuts it off. And so, yeah, you have to make a really good shot here and try and find a way, I think, to get shot rock. Otherwise, you might be looking at giving up one.
So here we go. Massive shot.
Yeah.
To try and set up an opportunity for two. Otherwise, 1 point is the best Team Richards is going to do. Biggest one of the game here for Gracelyn.
Yeah, this might be a make or break.
That's tight right away. Right out of her hand. She knew it. You could see the body language.
Yeah. Oh, yikes.
Separate those two. Yeah, well, I mean, she's got something to run back now, I suppose. I guess you could say it's slightly better than it was, but 4 Skrlik stones in the rings, one of them in a really good spot. About to be in an even better spot, it would seem.
Yeah, she's in a whole bunch of trouble now, for sure. Even scoring one is starting to look bleak, and the possibility of a multiple steal is very evident.
Just going to plug the hole here.
Yeah.
Playing it safe, I guess, is what you'd say. I wonder what the fear is here, Terry. Is she scared she's going to tick a guard? Is she scared that she's going to open a pocket? What's the risk of coming in and drawing to your own or playing a little tap? Oh, there we go. Changed her mind.
Yeah. I mean, definitely. I'm coming in. I mean, this is a good opportunity to, I think, get to put the game away.
Oh, this is a game-winning shot potentially, for sure.
Yeah.
If you tap this one just about a foot, I don't think there is a run back for one.
I don't think so either. Because I think if you guard, you're always gonna give her the opportunity to cut you down to just one, and 2 down coming home with the hammer wouldn't be the end of the world.
Looks really light.
Oh, it's very, very light.
And to plug the hole, will he get it over?
No. Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Maybe they were just playing a guard, but even still.
They were. Yeah, I think they were. Yeah.
Still a miss. And a big one. This is going to be a fairly routine shot for one. Just a nice, easy hack weight. You even throw back line if you want. It's whatever weight you'd like. That looks like ice for a decent bit of weight. But again, this is their home club. They know this ice. She'll know how to throw this to keep it straight and to let the sweepers do their thing. So, big miss. Kayla Skrlik opens the door for Team Richards to tie this game.
I'd be a fan of a little bit more ice and a little less weight, but
that was my thought for sure. But they're going to show me why they're doing it this way.
Yeah,
Sweeper's
they're going to
on
have to go. It's on the guard.
It is.
Game over.
Played it a little too tight.
Yeah.
And with that, it's just one mistake too many. Gracelyn had a great game really until this end, missing both of her shots in the 7th. Yeah, Team Richards hung in there with Team Skrlik, but it just seemed like the big moments went to Team Skrlik, didn't it, Terry?
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. It started in that second end, when she got the skips deuce. They seemed to have total control of the game, and then boom, kind of out of nowhere, Team Richards scores 2 in the 5th. And we have a great game going on, and then unfortunately in the 7th end, that was disastrous.
Yeah, you're playing to win, and you're playing to get to that 8th end with a good percentage. So can't blame them for trying, taking a little bit of risk in the 7th, but didn't work out for them this time. That's okay though. This is Friday morning. We got lots of tournament left. Game still on the ice. Just go ahead and scroll through that Curling Stadium or Curling Zone YouTube page. For Terry and myself, we'll see you next time. Thanks very much for tuning in.
Take care, folks.
Live curling rocks. And this November, the best in the world are coming to Tahoe. Get your seats now at GSOCtickets.com. But hurry, early bird pricing ends soon.